Hi everyone, welcome back to Ask Alice. Today's topic may surprise some of you: why your company can't go bankrupt. That's right, companies in Australia don't go bankrupt, they become insolvent. Let's explore the difference and work through the key corporate insolvency processes and what they mean. When a company can't pay its debts, we often hear the term bankrupt being thrown around, but technically, bankruptcy is a process that only applies to individuals under the Bankruptcy Act 1966. For businesses and companies in particular, insolvency is the proper term, and it's governed by the Corporations Act 2001. So what happens when a company becomes insolvent? There are now four main paths for corporate insolvency. Firstly, voluntary administration. This is where the company's directors voluntarily appoint an external administrator to help the business manage its debts. The goal is to assess whether the company can be restructured and returned to solvency, or if it needs to be wound up. In voluntary administration, the company has a chance to survive as the administrator works to find a solution that benefits both the company and its creditors. Secondly, liquidation. Liquidation is the process of winding up a company's affairs. This could be initiated voluntarily or by court order, and it involves selling off the company's assets to pay creditors and doing a certain amount of investigation. Once the liquidation is complete, the company ceases to exist. And whilst liquidation may sound like bankruptcy, it's distinct in that it applies to corporate entities, not individuals, and the process focuses on closing down the company entirely. We then have receivership. In this scenario, a secured creditor appoints a receiver to take control of the company's assets and recover the money owed to them. Receivership can run alongside a company's operations, depending on the terms set by the receiver and their appointor, but it usually leads to the sale of company assets to satisfy secured debts. And becoming more popular is the small business restructuring regime. For small businesses, insolvency doesn't have to mean the end of the road. In 2021, the Australian government introduced the small business restructuring regime. This is a lifeline for businesses with liabilities of less than $1 million. The regime allows directors to remain in control of their company while working with a restructuring practitioner to develop a plan for paying off or managing their debts. The key advantage of the SBR regime is that it's designed to be simpler and less costly than traditional insolvency processes. It offers struggling small businesses a way to stay afloat, restructure their debts, and potentially avoid liquidation. This is especially important for companies with strong underlying business models that are simply facing short-term financial distress, and often in the wake of COVID-19 issues. So if your small business is feeling the pinch, the SBR regime could give you a chance to restructure, recover, and move forward without going into liquidation. Now back to that title. Why can't your company go bankrupt in Australia? In Australia, bankruptcy is a term reserved exclusively for individuals. If you as an individual can't pay your personal debts, you may declare bankruptcy. However, companies go through insolvency processes like administration, liquidation, receivership, or an SBR. This distinction is important because the law and processes differ significantly between personal and corporate insolvency. While personal bankruptcy focuses on giving individuals a fresh start by wiping out certain debts, corporate insolvency aims to either restructure the business or close it down in a way that maximizes the return to creditors. So next time someone mentions a company going bankrupt, you'll know the correct term is insolvent, and that there are several paths that a business can take, depending on its circumstances. If you are a business owner or an individual facing financial stress, don't wait until it's too late to explore your options. Reach out to an insolvency professional, like me, today to discuss your situation and find the right path forward. Taking early action can help protect your assets and give you the best chance for recovery. So that's it for today's Ask Alice. If you're navigating financial distress, whether as an individual or a business owner, understanding the options is the first step. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.